And the crowd on Bascom numbers 30,000 as the president delivers a post-debate message going after his opponent.
And good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Eric Franke.
And I'm Sarah Carlson. We have some team coverage for you tonight. News 3's Andy Choi is on the UW-Madison campus with the pulse of the crowd. But let's begin now with political reporter Jessica Arp. She is on Bascom Hill, the backdrop of today's event, with more on why the president picked Madison for today's stop and what he had to say today. Jess?
Well, these remarks really were so anticipated because even some Democrats are saying that the president turned in a lackluster debate performance in that first presidential debate last night. But instead of addressing his own performance today, the president turned the tables on Mitt Romney.
I just flew in from Denver, and I was telling folks there, when I got on the stage, I met this very spirited fellow who claimed to be Mitt Romney. But I know it couldn't have been Mitt Romney, because the real Mitt Romney's been running around the country for the last year promising $5 trillion in tax cuts that favor the wealthy, and yet the fellow on the stage last night, who looked like Mitt Romney, said he did not know anything about that.
The president continued with his campaign stump speech, emphasizing his slogan of moving forward, which also happens to be the UW motto, but also taking another debate-related swing at Romney, connected to plans discussed last night to cut funding for public broadcasting to shrink the deficit.
But I just want to make sure I got this straight. He'll get rid of regulations on Wall Street, but he's going to crack down on Sesame Street. Thank goodness somebody's finally cracking down on Big Bird. Who knew that he was responsible for all these deficits? Elmo's got to watch out.
Now that, of course, a big applause line here, but the president was clearly trying to recapture the excitement in the crowd that some of the supporters felt here when he campaigned in 2008. Now, the president headed from here, of course, to the Dane County Airport and then back to Washington and the White House. It's unclear when he'll be heading back out on the campaign trail or back to Wisconsin. Of course, it may depend on what some of those post-debate polls show him doing in Wisconsin.
So, Jess, we heard what he said about Governor Romney's performance. How is the campaign responding, though, to some of the criticism of his debate performance last night?
Well, in comments to the White House press corps today, advisor David Plouffe told the press corps that they knew Romney, or they thought Romney would do well. They thought he did well typically in these formats, and they felt that some were, quote, itching to write the Romney comeback story, but they did say that Obama would be more aggressive on Romney's claims come the next debate.
A few more to go. Thanks, Jess.